Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have the football first. Guys, the last time these two old foes met, it finished in a one-possession game.
And it's so much fun. There's so much hype. They don't like each other. The rivalry really, really matters. And, Jesse, when it's closer games, it's even more fun, like the last throwdown they had. Expect more of that today.
Yeah, you just know this game is going to be emotional. And I think a big part of it is which of these two teams can handle that emotion. I agree. I think we're expecting this one to go right down to the wire, just like the last time these two teams played.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Cornhuskers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Running inside. It's Ives. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Flying out to the left. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 2nd and long here. They get enough rush, and the sack at the 20.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Fires on the move. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Trying to get started. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Look out! Just a little off. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Texas offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
3rd and long right here. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Townsend. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action, here's Manning. Throws to the back. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Pulled to the ground.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He finds a soft spot in the middle.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Follows his blocks. It's Smothers. They were all over it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Left side is Ives. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Caught behind the line. It's Hunter. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Huskers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out wide left, it's Townsend. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They give it to him again. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Calandria. Rush right in his face. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Hand off for Brown. There he goes! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On first down, it's Brown again. All over him immediately.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It smothers. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They go play action with Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Texas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. There he goes. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down, keeping his eyes downfield. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, Manning. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Sends it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Back's got it on the screen. Oh, it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Catching up with the Texas head coach coming out of the locker room. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Might as well run him again. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. The Huskers want to move quickly. Drops back. It's Scalandria. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Second and long here. From the gun, it's Smothers. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Still looking. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. The Cornhuskers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Manning with a play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Townsend. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Going downfield for the big play. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Ives. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. And the Huskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. The fake wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Nelson. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 2nd and goal for this offense. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Here's the return from inside his 10. Makes a move. An outstanding return, brings it up close to midfield, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. There's not enough on that one. Long way to go on second down. On the run, it's Smothers. Could be an alley. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This offense is high octane, Boyd. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth-quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. To throw, it's Calandria. Right side, it's Ives. Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Has to throw it away on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Texas sideline, I am keeping my eye on what's going on with their field goal kicker right now. They do have a little bit of a lead, but in this opportunity, can they rely on the guy that's already missed here in this game? Coach could go for it, but I do see him talking to the kicker, trying to gain some confidence, make sure that he's ready to go if they do call his number. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. He's out past the 35. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Past the 20. He is in! Touchdown, Longhorn!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Quick give. It's Ives. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The Cornhuskers headed quickly to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Unleashes one, working the middle. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Moving the pocket, it's Calandria. He'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Barney. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Quickly complete. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
2nd and long here. Looking to throw again. Under pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Rush is on. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it here on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Motion from the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Pulls it in. It's Townsend. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Here's Arch to throw. He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. 4th down, Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Back to throw. It's Calandria. Complete downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
Snags it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. From the gun. Looking for the score. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be...
Got a lot of room to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, gonna throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The defense will use a timeout and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Has to have it on 4th down. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.